Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a very quick get ready with me and life update. Without further hesitation, let's get right into this video. Let's start getting ready. I've already done all of my skincare and my sunscreen routine. I'm just going to prep my lips with a little bit of this collagen lip balm that I was gifted from one of my friends a while ago. There has just been so much going on lately. I have no idea where to start. I do want to mention the sunscreen I'm wearing today. This is one I received in PR from YesStyle. This is by the brand APLB. This is the Retinol Vitamin C Vitamin E Sunscreen SPF 50 plus with a PF 4 plus. Really, really nice, and it leaves a beautiful glow to the skin, and makeup applies over it really beautifully. From here out, if I think about it, I will mention the products I'm using, but I need to be ready in like 20 minutes because I've got a lot to do today. I'll have everything listed in the order in which I use it in the description box down below. Something about this year just started off a little rocky as far as health. Everything else has been absolutely wonderful, and this year there's been so many wonderful things that have happened, but along the way there's just been a few like health related hiccups that seem really, really odd. For context, I quit smoking just over 2 years ago, and that's when the health issues started creeping up, and it was so odd because I thought quitting smoking would just improve my health overall because we know about all the negative side effects it can have on our overall health. With that in mind, it really threw me off when I went to go see a dermatologist, and I was explaining that, it's really odd that out of nowhere, my eczema is getting worse and it's spreading to new places, and it's like, I don't understand what's going on. Over the last several months, it's been getting worse. He takes a look at it and he starts asking me questions. The questions were like asking me about like GI related questions, asking me if I had any type of stiffness in my knuckles or in my toes. I said yes to all the above, and I had never connected those things. Like, I thought my GI issues were just because, maybe my stomach was sensitive to something I was eating. And as far as like the stiffness in my like joints, I never really thought about, because I am 35, and that kind of started about around 29 to 31 is when I kind of noticed that sitting in. So I just never really connected that to anything, because like my stomach issues that started around 2018, and then my eczema that's been going on since my early 20s, and I never made any type of mental notes that they could have been connected. When the dermatologist let me know that I was experiencing eczema, but also where what I thought was my eczema spreading was actually psoriasis, I'm like, oh, okay, I did not see that coming. Then what he was explaining, the joint pain and the GI issues, those are often connected to IBD, which is inflammatory bowel disease, or some type of autoimmune disorder. So then I ended up having to go back to my doctor. They sent me to a rheumatologist, and we are still going through, because what they're seeing is there is some type of autoimmune issue going on. We just have to continue doing more scans, more blood work to figure out what exactly it is. That way we can treat it. More tests, more scans are needed to go on that. Everything there was going so well. All the doctors and everything I've been working with have just been absolutely incredible, welcoming, just all around great, because I really wanted to get serious about my health. With me going through my transition, there's things like hormone replacement therapy, surgery, all these different things that are coming into play, and I wanted to make sure I am the healthiest from my mental health, my physical health, everything. I just wanted to be as healthy as possible. That in itself started sending me down a little bit of a emotional mental spiral, because I have been working so hard to lose weight, and I have dropped a little bit of weight, but nowhere close to what I need, because like I need to lose over 100 pounds to get into like my healthy weight range. And I have been working very hard between like adding exercise, changing and doing a total overhaul on the way I eat. And like the way I eat, that was crazy, because like that accentuated and enhanced some of the GI issues. And the doctor was like, oh yeah. He's like, be careful, limit how much raw vegetable you eat. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I was like, I didn't realize that was contributing to what what I was feeling because, fruits and vegetables healthy. One of my girlfriends called me and then she's like, what are you up to? And I'm like, oh, not much, just cooking. She was like, I was walking through what I was making. And she's like, that sounds really boring and it doesn't sound that appetizing. Actually, it's really good. And then she asked me if I was dieting. And I said, I wouldn't consider it dieting as much as I am just making like, overall healthy shifts. So it's just been making like positive changes to the way I eat. And I have lost weight, just not much. And then she had mentioned that she had started doing, I think she's on Ozempic, and she had lost quite a bit of weight. And there is a mutual friend that we have, and she has lost a crazy amount of weight. Then my friend was just like, okay, well, why don't you just go on Ozempic? She's like, you have to do way less work and it's a lot easier. And there was just something about that conversation that left me feeling almost like defeated or overwhelmed, because it's like I am working so hard to lose weight and it's not coming off. And then people around me are like losing weight and they're doing an injection or whatever it is that they're doing to lose weight, and it's just coming off so quickly. And I'm like, it doesn't feel fair. So anyway, I talked to my doctor about that, and until we figure out what is going on with me and my body, none of that is my future, but continue doing what I'm doing. Currently, I'm averaging about a half a pound to a pound every 2 weeks. So weight is coming off. It's just so slowly. With that, my husband goes with me to my doctor's appointments, and I've been on him for years to go to the doctor. So he finally agreed to go, and then we found out he had some underlying health issues. We will handle this one day at a time. We will work on everything as it comes our way. And then some other people around us, they just started asking me questions. They're like, oh, well, when did he have these issues come up? I was like, oh, well, I finally got him to see a doctor. And then they said, this is what's going on. And it's really odd because, beforehand, he never really had any issues. He was about a pant size bigger than what he should have been. But that's it. So in the grand scheme, it wasn't like that crazy. But then we found out like there was all these different health related issues. Like we found out like he had untreated diabetes. We found out he had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and just some other stuff. And then they put him on all these medications. And then he just was seen a little less peppy. And it was really odd. Again, this made me feel guilty because it's like, oh my goodness, like, is this my fault? Is it my fault pushing him to go to the doctor that he has these issues, and now it just seems like he doesn't have as much energy or whatnot? We talked and then he said, no, everything's fine. He's like, this is for the best. And he's like, it's good that we get all this stuff taken care of. And then a couple days go by and it's then Wednesday. And Wednesday is when our trash and recycling come. He messages me and he's like, hey, I don't feel good. Can you bring me a snack? And then I grab him a snack because he's in one of his meetings. So I try to be very, very discreet, pass it over him so that way I don't interrupt his work meeting. And he doesn't look good. And then I send him a text message and I'm like, hey, are you okay? Do you want me to call the doctor? And he's like, no, I should probably go to the hospital. That activated this sense of panic I did not know I had in me. Because, it's my husband, it's my partner, it's my best friend, it's one of the people who mean more to me than anyone else. And seeing that something was wrong just sent me into this mental health spiral. And it's like, oh my goodness. I ran upstairs, threw on jeans and a sweatshirt, grabbed a ball cap, and grabbed all of his medications and then a change of clothes for him. And I ran downstairs, we got in the car, we drove to the hospital, and then he began explaining to the triage nurse what was going on, and the look on her face, that struck a lot of fear because it was this very urgent look. So then he had to go do EKG and some different things like that, and everyone was just like, oh, well, why did you hold off coming in? And it was just like a lot of these questions, like asking why. And in the waiting room, there were other people around us who looked a lot more ill than he did. And they were just sitting there. And in the ER, the waiting area was completely full. And then from triage to the EKG to all of that to the time he was in a bed was less than 20 minutes. And they get him in the bed, hook him up to an IV. And then a doctor comes back and starts talking to him. And they're like, so you had a heart attack. In that moment, I did my very best to keep like a very like stoic, stern face because I don't want to create panic, especially when I'm not the patient. So I was just keeping everything together. But on the inside, I am beyond freaking out. I'm just like, oh my goodness, what is going on? Like my husband, I was like, he's 39. How did he have a heart attack? Like, how did he have a heart attack? And then it's like, oh my goodness. Again, maybe is it these medications? Is the doctor that we're seeing not the right doctor for him? We have actually got to go to a doctor's appointment and get him into the doctor to do a follow-up, and then I have to go do blood work and then I have to go get some government ID pictures taken. Busy day today, and today's, if I don't do the recording today, the video will not get up this weekend. I think it's been two weeks since I posted a video. So then they ended up having to place a stent, and it was a lot. It was a lot. My husband's a very resilient, upbeat, optimistic person, and I definitely try to be that way too, but it just literally put all of the fear in me because, you know, it's very, very scary. My husband is very much my best friend. He's the person I talk to about everything. We work from home together, so we spend a lot of time together, and over the years of being together, because we've been together for 8 years, and, you know, it's just my husband has really helped me and allowed me to come into my own. That's something that means so much to me. I've never met someone who's made me feel so comfortable, and I feel like we just have really helped to bring out the best in each other. It was very, very terrifying. So when he came home, it just put me into the state of mind where I needed to go through the house. I needed to make everything perfect. I needed to move all the furniture. I needed to I don't know why, I just felt like I needed to remove every speck of dust that could be from in the house, and I needed to get everything organized. I needed to do a total overhaul on our pantries. I needed to purge things. I needed to sit down, create like heart healthy, low GI like food plans, and I needed to do all of these things. And then he was very much back to his happy, upbeat self, and I'm just like, how are you happy? How are you not as freaked out as I am? Which, you know, that's just very much him. He is a lot less reactive than I am. So that was just kind of like, are you not taking this seriously? But, you know, he is. He was just not handling things the same way I was, which I found alarming. I need a mirror because I don't know how my makeup's looking from up close. Okay, we're doing okay. Let's see. I need to get something on my eyes. So that is what's been going on for the past couple weeks. It has been an interesting roller coaster for sure. And on top of that, there's just the political climate going on in the world, because as many of you know, my family is from the US. I'm from Virginia, and I think like friends and family understand now. There's always like this chat about, oh, when are you coming home? When are you coming home next? And I just kind of said that, you know, like with the political and social climate, especially in the southern part of the US, like Virginia, right now it's not the safest place for someone like me. I don't feel safe. Right now is not the best time for me to visit. At first, people don't understand, but I think now they do. It's crazy. That's a whole other thing. To be honest, it's been very, very difficult to gather myself to sit down and record a video or edit a video, because there's been so much going on, and I've still got YouTube things to do. Oh, speaking of, I've got to because like right now in my queue, I've got 2 reviews I need to do for some products I was sent. So I need to get that taken care of ASAP. Excuse me as I drop things. Purchased 2 of these NYX lip IVs. This is in the shade Blush Rush. I have no idea where the other one went, but this one's beautiful. Hi friends. So this is the following day, and I realized yesterday after I got to the doctor's appointment with my husband, I totally forgot mascara. So I stopped into Walmart and I purchased this Maybelline Lash Sensational Waterproof. I love the way it applies. I purchased the shade Intense Black. I do need to still go through and set it with something like the Judy Doll or the Dr. Mascara Fixer from Etude. I need to set this with this because on its own, even though this is a waterproof, I found find that it still smudges under my eyes. Black is not too intense, and I'm wearing new hair. So I ordered this from Shaquille when they were doing a sale. This is the Beltress Modena or Modena hairstyle from Beltress in my favorite shade, which is Raw Sugar Blonde, which is a neutral leaning warm blonde. It has a neutral base with some warm gold honey highlights and a pale ashy or sandy highlight running through with a light medium brown base. Really love it. I love like the shattered wave to it. I have not done any type of heat styling to it. I have not steamed the fringe to stay out of my face. So this is pretty much it. The only modification I've done is breaking the zigzag part. So here is Modena from Beltress. And if you're looking at the video from yesterday, it's like, where's your mascara? I totally forgot it, but I purchased a new one when I was out and about yesterday. That is that. Fragrance today. I have got this little sampler from Forever Mood, and I am going to use You Remind Me. And I feel like You Remind Me, which is like the white musk scent, will be the best fit for today. That's beautiful. I'm excited to see how that wears. Last thing I need to do is I need to pin my hair up very, very quick. Normally I do 4 pins, but for today I feel like I will be okay with just 2 pins in the back. I always do like a quick French twist and put it up. Actually, I think I would be better off with 1 more pin. Then I am going to wear my Beltress Montecito, my tried and true. I am going to have to play with my hair a little bit more off camera, but that is going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for this very chatty life update. We will return to our regular videos very, very soon, but thank you so much for your patience and understanding. Until we see each other again, take care of yourself wherever it is you are in the world. Bye, y'all.